Good evening, everyone. I'm Marcus Grimm. I'm here live with the Diabetes News Network. That's right, DNN, where you come to learn which person in America has been diagnosed most recently with type 1 diabetes. I'm getting an update right now that, in fact, we do have an update. We have an update from the DNN, the Diabetes News Network desk. We are hearing that a not very well-known comedian from New Jersey named Patric Ciervo has been diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. Let's go live to where Patric is, in fact, expected to answer that yes, he does have type 1 diabetes.
Those fakers at DNN are calling me diabetic. It is fake, I tell you. They are as fake as saccharin and stevia. That's what they should call themselves, the Stevia News Network.
No, Patric, listen. That makes no sense. Look, if we go to the board, let's take a look at the readings here. We see right now, we see a blood sugar of 320. By comparison, we realize that that's higher than you've got Wilford Brimley on Thanksgiving. That's higher than you've got Bret Michaels, even when he's performing in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Granted, it's the chocolate capital of the world, but still.
That is nasty, Marcus. Just nasty. That 320 was the result of illegal testing. I had just eaten 7 chocolate chip pancakes. Test anyone, and their blood sugar is going to be high. Testing should be done 4 to 5 hours after eating.
Listen, I need to remind our viewers that when it comes to blood sugar testing, early testing is legal. Often testing is legal. In fact, this is what we see all the time. We find that early and often testing, it's recommended by the ADA. Early and often testing is recognized by the JDRF.
You mean the deep sugar state? They are all fake.
Don't even know what that means. Hey, listen, look, Patric, if we take a look at all the data from New Jersey, your home state, we can see there's diabetes diagnosed all the time.
I am from New York, Marcus.
No, Patric, I'm actually looking at the data here, and you are from New Jersey.
No, I am a comedian from New York.
No, actually, you live in Hoboken. Again, that's not the point. But again, if we look at the results from the last time you were in New York, Patric, we can see you tested 485 right back here in Manhattan. What is that if not diabetes?
Marcus, have you ever eaten anything from New York? Their food is so greasy, anything will give you a high blood sugar. I had a cucumber the other day, and my blood sugar was 600.
Again, because you are diabetic.
I am a non-diabetic comedian living in New York.
No, Patric, I'm sorry. The data shows you are, in fact, a diabetic, not straight comedian from New Jersey. Listen, Patric, that's what we do here on DNN. We are counting. We're counting sugar molecules. In fact, we can zoom in on your pancreas right here, and we can see all the sugar in there. I want to remind our viewers, last time, we've done this with comedians before. We can go back to when we did this with Mike Birbiglia. There was a type 2 diabetes scare, no type 1 diabetes. We can take a look, and we can do this with Gary Goldman. Again, very tall, very thin, absolutely no diabetes. But when we do this with Patric's information, you see the exact same thing. In fact, you see his jokes are not as funny, and he also has diabetes.
That is not my pancreas. That is a fake pancreas.
Listen, getting Patric to concede his diabetes, we realize in these times it might be difficult. We know he's surrounded by enablers, those who are willing to say that, regardless of Patric says he does not have diabetes. Let's take a look at a couple of those people.
The only time Patric has had a number of 500 plus is with the size of his audiences.
Listen. How is any news reporter going to say with a straight face that someone that skinny is a diabetic? I don't think so.
Wow. And of course, I want to remind all our viewers that everything you just saw, absolutely none of that is true. As a matter of fact, if we go back here, we can go back to some of Patric's father's texts, the so-called #1 fan, and we see him tweeting things like, Jesus, do we have to go to this event? Can't we tell him we're just sick? Listen, Patric, we can talk about this all day long. The fact of the matter is, any way you look at it, Patric Ciervo has type 1 diabetes. Wait, I am getting a breaking news alert from DNN, the Diabetic News Network, and I am being told that right now, in fact, Patric has called a news conference. Patric has called a news conference to officially protest the fact that he has type 1 diabetes. This is very, very big news. I'm being told also that the conference is happening. It's happening at the Waldorf Astoria. Patric, I got to tell you that is not too shabby for a comedian who plays without a cover charge.
Actually, Marcus, it's not the Waldorf Astoria. It's the Waldorf Candy Emporium. You know, that one with a 6-foot diameter peanut butter cup?
Isn't that the one in Hoboken?
Maybe.